After long research and testing, I have selected the 7 exciting tire models. Although there are some drawbacks, the following versions still meet my expectations for the best mud tires for daily driving. To choose from, there are a variety of best mud tires for street, each with unique features, advantages, and costs. I conducted a ton of research, read a ton of reviews, and put together a list of the best mud tires for street from reliable businesses to help you make an informed choice. Following extensive investigation, I discovered how beneficial these items are for people like you. Check out my description if you want to learn more about the price and other details. Let's start the video now without further ado. Number 1. Cooper Discoverer STT Pro. The Cooper Discoverer STT Pro impressed me with its proprietary tire compound. What the manufacturer has equipped meets all my expectations of street mud tires. Strong, chip, and tear resistant. The unique tire compound above is even more potent when molded into a high porosity, deep tread pattern. Initially, I did not pay too much attention to this type of design, but I'm just starting to see a difference between mud and other weak substrates. The Discoverer STT Pro's self-cleaning and grip on rough terrain have changed the way I think about it. I continued to test Cooper tires with tests on slippery conditions, whether in heavy rain or light snow. The biting edges of the tire still exert maximum power, providing a reasonably stable grip. Discoverer STT Pro took me from surprise to surprise. This tire is relatively stable on dry roads. Its cornering traction and braking performance are reliable enough for everyday driving. Despite shining on many terrain conditions, Cooper tires still have some disadvantages. For example, the noise of the Discoverer STT Pro is quite loud on the highway. However, this disadvantage is completely acceptable compared to other hard tires on the market. Some friends complain about the tire's poor fuel economy. In my opinion, with such a good grip, a little more fuel consumption than average is not an issue. Number 2. Yokohama Geolandar MTG003. The Yokohama Geolandar MTG003 is an excellent all-terrain mud tire in its price range. I have used Yokohama tires on my long-distance off-road trips. It crosses rocky roads, slopes, and soft ground quite quickly. Obstacles on the road do not affect the durability of the chip-resistant tire compound. I highly recommend the small stone self-cleaning treads that significantly increase the product's life. In addition, the Geolandar MTG003's spike blocks handle deep mud pretty well, and I never got stuck in all-terrain. I wouldn't use this mud tire model for serious climbing, though its grip and durability are not enough to ensure a safe ride. However, Geolandar MTG003 is still a mud tire model that works well in many off-road situations. In addition to being an impressive off-road mud tire, the representative from Yokohama is also capable of handling quite well in daily driving conditions. The product's dry grip is quite good. Although longitudinal traction is average, the tire is generally a safe choice for daily dry road driving. Yokohama tires also perform pretty well on wet roads. It has good waterproofing, reliable longitudinal traction, and much better braking performance than models in its class. The product's performance in heavy rain can't be compared with highway tires, but at least it's better than most mud tires today. Unfortunately, its snow performance is not so excellent. Although the tire still had a grip on snow and ice, I did not achieve the necessary stability when cornering. I do not recommend choosing Geolandar MTG003 as an alternative to specialized winter tires. Number 3. Nitto Ridge Grappler. Nitto Ridge Grappler possesses all the advantages of extreme mud and off-road tires. This model always provides traction and robust handling for light trucks in all circumstances. In the most demanding off-road terrain, the product has good traction. On softer terrain, such as mud, the tire is relatively stable. Even the bottomless mud or the heaviest snow cannot cause this tire to get stuck. When driving light trucks, I care quite a lot about traction, and the Nitto Ridge Grappler didn't let me down. The side grooves have a zigzag pattern on the tires that significantly improves traction. Even when traveling on slippery roads, the tire always ensures reliable acceleration and braking. Despite the wet and muddy terrain, the tire's grip and traction are still commendable. The product's traction continues to maintain quite well in icy conditions. Compared to most all-terrain tires, the Ridge Grappler has more chunky shoulder lugs and alternate shoulder grooves. Thanks to that, I have conquered the snow-covered road many times without any safety problems. I also appreciate the ride quality of this tire. Despite remaining faithful to the rugged and aggressive tread design, the Ridge Grappler is still relatively quiet on the road. This advantage makes the representative from Nitto quite a perfect mud tire for daily driving. This tire is smooth on dry runways, but its handling performance is not so excellent. My experience with the Ridge Grappler is not too bad. Its cornering is less than impressive. Although safe enough, longitudinal traction and stopping distance are not as excellent as many in-class models. Number 4. BFGoodrich All-Terrain T AKO2. The BFGoodrich All-Terrain T AKO2 is one of the few mud tires that perform well on all types of roads, from dry to wet, even rough terrain. The BFGoodrich representative's superb performance was evident in my traction test. The serrated shoulders on the tires provide superior grip on standard tarmac. On more extreme terrain such as snow and mud, the tire excels at any challenge, providing a safe, reliable ride. I also appreciate the KO2's cornering and steering ability. The all-terrain TAKO2's cornering grip reminds me of highway season tires. Meanwhile, the steering wheel is gentler and more responsive than I expected. With all the above advantages, I always trust using BFGoodrich tires to travel long distances on the highway. The KO2's long-distance driving experience is much better than the mud tires in its class. In addition to the performance, I am pretty impressed with the durability of the KO2. This tire model is thick and resistant to chips, cuts, and punctures. The manufacturer confidently claims that the all-terrain TAKO2 has a life expectancy of more than 15% on asphalt roads. And after a long time of experience, I found that BFGoodrich is not exaggerating about its durability. The testing process also helped me to discover some disadvantages of KO2. One of them is poor rolling resistance, which is not the best choice for fuel economy. However, this disadvantage is not too severe. KO2 targets are heavy vehicles that require high durability. Number 5. General Grabber X3. With the General Grabber X3, I can go anywhere I want. This all-terrain tire features the latest technology to provide traction in all terrains. Some standout ones are the chip-resistant Duragen and the deep groove design. I was very excited to test drive this tire with all the above equipment, and the results did not disappoint me. On the dry road, it met my needs. Although I don't appreciate the grip, at least this tire model offers a relatively safe long-distance trip. The General Grabber X3 has a good grip on slippery or snow-covered roads compared to most current mud tires. However, I did not appreciate its performance on slippery icy roads. Performance on the road is not excellent, but its off-road handling is remarkable. A firm grip helps Grabber X3 work quite well on rocky ground. The open back design provides maximum sludge handling performance. Finally, on harsh rocky terrain, Grabber X3 still resists chips and cuts quite well. Even after sticking more than 40,000 miles and going through many harsh terrains, the tire wear is still not too significant. Yet, I was slightly disappointed when I discovered this terrain pattern doesn't include a wear alignment indicator. This omission made it difficult for me to determine when to change tires. That's all I have to say. Please subscribe to my channel as I post useful videos every day. Please read my description if you require any additional details or want to know the cost of the goods. Comment below if you have any problems of any type. Keep up to speed with our innovative items, since they will make your life more simpler.